think we're ready. Are we ready? Yeah, we're ready. Wait, we're gonna press the button. I've just got to remember which one it is now. I've changed it a bit. How's that? Hi. Hi. How's everyone doing?
Hi.
Where is Ed Sheeran? I don't know.
He's here.
Can you hear us both okay as well? We'll just move that there. Can you hear us both okay?
Am I being too loud?
I just want to make sure you can hear us both fine. Does it sound good? Is it all good? Yeah. Hi. Remember me? It's been a while. It has. Hi. Oh, by the way, I do apologise. My hay fever is kicking off again, so I do have tissue by the side of me, but I'll try avoiding it. Literally, this nostril feels like it's burning right now. Like the worst feeling ever. If I could get a new nose, I would. Can I, everyone in the Discord, say you're being interviewed by Sam?
Yes, please.
Yeah?
Yes, please. I'm okay with that.
Are you British? Are you Brian Butt? we've added butt to the chat.
Yes.
I am British, yeah. Wait, No Name Dad, you've been watching for ages. How did you not know I was British? Forgot his Twitch not mix Chat of the Gamer. No, I thought it might be, but I hope you're doing well. Sam has Honey G on his stream. Oh my god.
So you're Ed Sheeran and I'm Honey G.
Well, that's a power couple of music right there.
I feel like I should be wearing the glasses and the hat right now.
That is literally a power couple in the music industry. You're in the McDonald's drive right now. I love it. But yeah, this week is going to be kind of like we did last week with Joker. It's going to be like another podcasty chat interview style thing, but I don't like doing it with like a list of questions and reading them out. It's more, oh, by the way, you can see the metal now on this camera a lot clearer. It's more just a casual chat, you know? So no pressure on you.
You can ask me all the random stuff, it's fine.
It's just going to be like a casual chat, but it should be good. Can I ask you? Wait, you want to ask me a question? What would you want to ask me?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
When's your next album? I knew you'd do that. It's just like, I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done this.
See? I
can't believe you've done this. I don't have an album coming out yet.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Is it under NDA?
I'm not allowed to discuss this. Can we 1v1 next time you play Fortnite, just like we did in Season 8? I haven't played Fortnite in ages now. I don't play that game anymore, really.
Isn't Fortnite a little bit dead now?
Yeah.
I think it's lost like all of the hype and stuff.
Literally, last time I played it was just to get the Captain America skin. That's it. I don't play it anymore.
I will play again if they bring out a lobster skin.
A lobster skin?
Yeah.
Oh my god, my nose is going already. Nose, please! Oh. Have any of you got any cures for hay fever? Because I've tried literally everything and nothing works. Like, I've not found anything that works. Like, tablets don't work. The spray stuff doesn't work. Having like a bowl of steaming water doesn't work. I don't know what to do to...
I love when my mum tried to help when you went there though. When she had, like,
she literally boiled water, put a massive bowl and a towel over my head to try and steam it all out. It didn't work.
It was so cute though, it was so cute.
It just made me sweat. Oh, it's good to see all of you. You guys are the cutest couple I've ever seen. Look how cute she is though.
Oh, yeah. I just broke my cheek.
Sorry.
Sam, please.
Oh, hi Sadie, is there a coffee skin?
I will only play Fortnite again if they bring out a lobster skin.
I don't think they'll bring out a lobster skin.
For no V-Bucks.
You got that weird jelly skin that they brought out, didn't you?
Oh, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I guess we might as well get started. Should we get started? Yeah. I guess we'll probably start at the very start. So obviously you know that me and Steph have only known each other for... It must be like a year and a half. Nearly, yeah.
Yeah, about a
year and a half, yeah. So obviously I didn't know when she started streaming, and I've seen pictures of the setup and stuff, but I don't really know much about it. I don't know why she got into streaming or anything, so I guess we could start with that.
Yeah, so I was actually watching another streamer and that's how I got into streaming, but I'm not going to mention this person because there were certain accusations. Very disappointing. I started watching loads of streamers on Mixer, and then I was like, oh yeah, I kind of want to have a go myself. And then I sat there with like no microphone, no camera, nothing, and just sat there quiet and just played the game, and that was literally my first stream. was like...
So this is on Xbox, yeah?
This is on Xbox. So I had, like one of those massive TVs you have in your living room. I had one of those, and then it was literally just my Xbox, and that was my first stream. I think I did Sims.
Really?
I think my first stream was Sims, yeah. I think it was, because you can get Sims on Xbox.
So did you see streams on the Xbox and you thought you'd give it a go? Like, on the dashboard and stuff?
That's how I first started watching it. I didn't actually have a PC, so I found the streams on Xbox.
That's interesting, because I kind of got told about the website. I was on it before it was even on Xbox, but...
Started on Xbox, that's how I found streams. That's so...
See, look, you can start as an Xbox streamer. There you go.
That was me. I didn't have a profile picture for like
You can
4
literally
months.
stream off an Xbox and then build up all the way to where you are now.
Yeah.
So I heard a lot of rumors about PUBG driving. So how far was this into your streaming journey?
Like the first game. I think this is like maybe a week into when I first started streaming, so I actually got the courage to put my microphone on and have a camera. So I bought like this £10 camera from Argos, mounted it on top of the TV and sat on like a dining room chair and did it from my Xbox. I crashed into somebody else's quad and blew them up. I backflipped in a bike, crashed into a tree and blew up. Forgot to pull my parachute. It died quite a lot. It was every single game.
I love the fact that you quickly became known for your driving skill, or lack of maybe.
But I mean, there was tiny rocks that you got in PUBG, and then you hit it with like the back wheel of your bike, and then it would just like blow you up. That was so silly. I'm just gonna blame the rocks.
Do you ever consider playing PUBG again? Stream.
I do, but there's a load of issues on it, so I'm like, I don't know. There's lots of issues with it.
See, interestingly, PUBG was one of the first games that I streamed as well.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I started, I think one of my first ever streams on Beam was Overwatch. But then I was doing some PUBG on PC.
That's kind of cool. You did it on PC.
It was before it was released on Xbox. I was doing it on PC, and
I'm guessing
I wasn't very good. Yeah, I wasn't good at all. I've only ever got one win. I've only ever got one win on PUBG.
You've only got one win?
Yeah.
I used to get 10+ kills every time I played the game. And I blew myself up in a tree.
Yeah, I've only ever got one win, and it was on stream as well. I was doing a co-stream with Chrissy. And everybody had died, and I panicked. So what I did is I ran into the circle and lay down in the middle of the circle.
Did you sit in a bush as well? Did you do one of those?
No, I literally just lay in the grass in the middle, hoping they wouldn't see me.
Oh no!
And luckily, the last person ran in front of me, and I just shot him and got the win.
That how you got...
Yeah. I was playing with keyboard and mouse, and I can't play shooters keyboard and mouse. So yeah, that was the only ever.
You should have plugged in your Xbox.
I didn't think about it at the time. I don't think it really supported Xbox that well. Because it wasn't released on the console. When you plugged in the controller, loads of the buttons just didn't work.
It's on Xbox terrible. You'd literally hit a tiny rock and you just blow yourself up.
You could like aim and shoot, but I don't think you could like open inventory and stuff like that.
That's
so
weird.
You're a bit stuck. Yeah. I've not played PUBG since that win.
There was one time
I ended on a win.
There was one time where I think there's a video of it somewhere on Twitter where one of my friends is in like this buggy or something, and then I drive along in the motorbike, and then my motorbike gets like wedged in his car, and then it kind of glitches, and then he blows up, and then I kind of drive off in the motorbike. I was like, I'm so sorry.
And then your notorious driving continued on GTA.
I don't know what you mean.
Now that's something that I did see. You were playing GTA when we first found each other on Mixer. But, I've seen many clips of you driving. Also diving into swimming pools from height and stuff like that as well.
That's kind of fun. That was kind of fun where you'd like take a helicopter into like the sky and then you'd jump out and try and land in a swimming pool.
I think
that was kind of fun.
It was a shame with GTA that there had to be the people ruining it.
Yeah, the little kids on it.
Because if that wasn't happening, do you think you would still be playing GTA now?
Definitely.
Yeah, so if any of you don't know, GTA has massive problems with trolls. And not just ordinary trolls as well. But also DDoSing trolls.
Yeah, so Rockstar has this issue, so they won't fix it either, so people can actually get your IP address through one of the lobbies. So as soon as they join your lobby, they can get your IP address, and then they'll try and DDoS you. So that happened quite a lot to me.
It happened here as well.
Yeah, it happened where I used to live. It happened here as well. So we had to get like a VPN, and I had to basically stop playing it because honestly, I don't think it's worth the risk to stream something if somebody keeps targeting you and is obsessed with.
Because what's interesting is since you stopped playing that game, that person's gone.
I don't get harassed anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, that person's just gone. The one doing the DDoSing and stuff, he's just not around anymore. Purely because I think he knows he can't do anything
anymore.
Yeah. And also probably because we know who he is and we said we might go to the police. But that's beside the point. But, you know, that's beside the point.
I mean, I do want to open a case with the police because I think it's illegal, really. So
Yeah. It's a little bit naughty.
Yeah.
How did that phrase even start?
So my mum has 2 dogs, Holly and Elvis, and then every time I'd put on like a really Welsh accent, do you know like the kind of voice you do when you talk to dogs or kids?
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, you be naughty, and it used to go back and she'd like wag a bum. She'd be like, no, I'm not, I promise. I don't know
basically,
why that became a thing, I don't know.
You're taking your language to speak to the dogs into your stream.
My really Welshy voice be little be naughty.
Little bit naughty. Little bit naughty, and it's become well known. You even brought out a line of Little Bit Naughty merch as well.
Maybe.
Which maybe that's not that one. No,
I've not got it.
That's another one though. That's another catchphrase. It's the noise that you make to summon a cat. And Steph actually got this printed onto a mug, as you can see.
My favourite mug.
It's beautiful. You designed this as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
So pretty.
Amazing. Now, I don't have anything like that. I've just got a smiley face on them. But, you know.
Oh, nice though.
I think I've only really got one catchphrase in my streams.
It's good though. It's a memorable catchphrase.
I don't know what I mean.
Do it.
You can do it. You can look at the camera and do it.
I can't do it. You do it.
Stop! That one.
I can't do that one.
I don't even know how that started because it's not a word that I ever used.
You started it like a year ago or something, didn't you? Or longer than that?
Longer than that, I think, yeah. I think I did it once when I was changing scenes and...
It kind of became a thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's how they always happen. You say something once or you do something once and it just, like, becomes a thing.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that your mum's watching right now and she's put in the chat little bit naughty with the little bit emoji.
So cute, I love how my parents watch my stream. It's so cute.
My parents have no idea about it. You know this now, don't you?
Yeah, it's really funny when you, like, try to explain it to them or when they try to ask you about it and they're like, I don't really know what it is.
Yeah, they don't understand streams at all. They nickname it Rah Rah because apparently that's what I always sounded like when I was doing it because I shout so much when I stream. So
Yeah.
What are you agreeing?
I can hear you through the wall.
But I can hear you through the wall.
I can't say it.
That's how I can hear it sometimes when I'm working because I usually have the stream like low volume or muted when I'm working. But I can hear everything through the wall anyway, so I don't need the audio on.
We both shout a lot, yeah, we do, yeah.
We've got loads of mic filters and compressors on to try and stop the headphone users from getting hurt.
Ah, well.
Worth it, though. Yeah, I think I'm just genuinely a loud person. I talk quite loud, and on stream I shout quite a lot, and I remember all the time, you know when you talk too loud and your parents tell you off, like, just talk a little quiet, just a little bit quiet. I used to get that all the time, but I blame my hearing.
Until I started streaming, do you know, like before I started streaming, I was always like a really quiet person though.
Yeah.
So I was always like really shy and really quiet, and then when I started streaming, it's just like, no. No.
Well, your mum is in the chat now, so she can confirm whether you were indeed like this or not. But
I wasn't this loud, was I?
she did just say that both of us are shouting, and she can hear us from.
Probably, yeah.
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 Sorry about that. Sorry.
When are we gonna do questions from the people? We can leave that till the end again, like
yeah,
we did last time.
we could do them in a little bit. Yeah, we could do them a little bit later on. So talk about the journey from Xbox streamer to Mixer partner, like how, like when you started streaming, did you ever have that goal going for partner, or did you just start streaming because you thought that was cool? I want to do that, or
so my nan passed away like a few years ago now, so I was basically like just going to work and then staying at home and not really knowing what to do with myself, and I kind of felt like I needed some sort of hobby or something to take my mind off stuff, and streaming and stuff actually helped me. That makes sense. So I started doing it just as a hobby, and I think I went from sitting on the TV in the living room to having like my own TV on the other side of the room, which is really cool. And then I bought my own Xbox, and I think it was like, how long did I stream? Like a year and a half maybe. And then I had people telling me that I should probably apply for partner because I wasn't really going for that anyway.
yeah.
I applied for it. I think it was 4 months in, and I got accepted for it, which is amazing.
4 months in is crazy.
So I had to save it for a PC because I didn't own a PC. So
you got partnered as an Xbox streamer.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
I had a little bit of help from Lightstream. The Lightstream is really good. It did have a lot of issues with the Xbox. So with like the older gen Xbox, it would always be like the camera would freeze and then the sound would go weird and then the screen would flash green, and there were loads of issues. So I saved it for a laptop. It was okay. It was the laptop that I gave my dad. But it couldn't handle like all of the things I wanted to add onto it. You know, like when you've been streaming on the Xbox for a really long time and you see like all these really cool things that you want to add to your stream. I was like, I want to add everything, and I couldn't because the laptop couldn't handle it. So I tried to add them on, but it didn't go very well, like the snap camera. That didn't work. So because of all of you guys, I was able to buy my own PC. My first PC, I'd never owned like a proper one before. So it was all thanks to you guys that I was able to afford everything. And yeah.
She's so fancy, by the way. It's down there now with all the blue lights lit up on it. It looks very fancy.
It's okay.
Are you going to keep that sticker on the side, or are you going to take it off?
There's currently Mix.
Yeah, she's got a big Mixer sticker on the side of it.
I tried to peel the R off it, and it's just Mixer. Mixer.
So yeah, if any of you don't know as well, you could still use Lightstream now, and in fact, what Lightstream have done now is they've done a Lightstream gamer plan, which they've priced at the same price as Mixer Pro, but it means that you could stream from your Xbox or your PlayStation to Twitch or YouTube or whatever through Lightstream and use overlays and stuff, which is really cool because it means that you could still be an Xbox streamer with overlays and stuff and not have to go to Mixer, because obviously, what date is it today? Mixer's closes in like 2 days. It's
actually a lot better than it was when I started using it. So I think Lightstream was still in like early days when I used it. Yeah. So it was really cool for alerts and overlays, but it could only handle input.
Which it could do so much more now.
Yeah, it's actually really good now.
Yeah, it can. Because obviously you could get with Pixel Chat and stuff, all those browser overlays. You could do chat and widgets and overlay. You could do anything now. Like,
I think when I used Lightstream, I wasn't really good with technology. I had no idea what I was doing. I literally just put my alerts on it and then that was it.
See, one thing that I want to look into with Lightstream is they actually do a podcast system.
Oh, that's quite cool.
What it means is each person streams their camera and audio to Lightstream. So it doesn't need like a Discord call and then lining up all the little camera boxes and stuff.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so I might actually look into that for this at some point and Maybe I'll see if Lightstream can give me a bit of discount. That'd be alright, Lightstream. Give me a little bit of discount and I'll use your system and I'll show everyone on stream and I'll promote it and I'll be a total sellout. But no, Lightstream have been really nice actually. They reached out to me, one of the co-founders, via email and basically said, did I want to make a video showing how you could stream from Xbox to Twitch now. I haven't got around to making it yet. I've been very busy, but I've got a bit more time now because I've adjusted my schedule. So hopefully I can make that this week.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah,
it's cool seeing like how much they've done for while Mixer was open and you could stream on your Xbox. It's really cool like how much you were able to do on it rather than being limited with like just the Xbox like I was for a really long time, because streaming from the Xbox and trying to like read the tiny chat on your TV was so different.
Yeah.
I was missing so many messages.
It only used to give like up here, it'd be like 3 little messages there, and then they last for like 5 seconds, they disappear. And they're like, you get someone in the chat like, did you not see my last message in the chat? It's like,
yeah, I'm sorry.
No, there's only like 3 and they've already gone. I'm sorry. If someone like raids you, you can't see anything.
Yeah.
The thing that I noticed is most people that were streaming from Xbox would have like a phone or a laptop next to them with the chat open on it. Did you have?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. I had my phone open, yeah.
Literally, that's what anyone who was streaming from a console did, because the on-screen chat was so bad. They would have their phone open and they would just have all of the messages popping up here. But
I think that's the thing that, I don't know, when I first started streaming, because I was using the Xbox app, you could see like the chat box and then you could see how many viewers you had. And you know, when you first start streaming and you kind of get hooked on that.
Yeah.
So I was watching my viewer chat all the time, and when somebody left I was like, oh my god, why are they in? Or if somebody joined I'd be like, oh hey, how are you? And getting like too obsessed with it. So I think cool if they could.
That's one thing that I think people shouldn't ever do is have a bot in the chat that tells people, like, tells you when people join and leave. It's the worst thing ever. Loads of people used to do it on Mixer. You join a stream and you'd get a whisper, or it would like let the streamer know that you joined the chat. And then you feel like obliged to talk because you've loaded their stream. If you sit there and don't talk, they'll probably be like, oh, why don't they want to talk? Or if you just leave, they'll be like, oh, well, they joined and left. What are they checking up on? And
like when you join the stream, they're like, oh, hey, RunawayLobster. I'm like, oh my god, no, please.
When they call you out.
I just want to chill and not talk in the chat, please.
Never do that. If you're a streamer, never call out a lurker. Never call out someone who's not typed in the chat. Don't be like, look, I'll go on the viewer list right now. Let's be like, oh, let's call someone out, shall we? Yeah,
no.
Let's pick someone from the list. Let's call out. I don't want to call anyone out.
I don't want to call anyone. Don't call anyone. No, or you can call me out. I'm in the chat.
Yeah, I can see RunawayLobster's in there, and she hasn't typed in the chat. Let's call her out.
For someone with like anxiety, though, when you join somebody's stream and they're like, oh, hey, RunawayLobster, I'm like, oh my god, I just want to chill for a little bit, please. Please.
Yeah, like I usually when I'm working, I'll like open up just a load of tabs, and most of them I don't type in the chat, but
it's nice to have.
It's nice privacy to just lurk there, but it depends on the person. Some people almost get like offended if you're there and not typing in the chat, because they'll be like, oh, I've got all these years, no one's chatting.
This is like a stream I went into not long ago, and I started typing and stuff, and then he went on about female streamers, and I was like, oh my god, here we go. And then he started talking about Twitch streamers that sit there with stuff on show, and I'm fine with that. If they want to do that, that's fine. I mean, I couldn't really, if I wanted to sit and stream it, I couldn't really hide anything if I tried. So he was there talking about like how females are getting all the viewers because they got like yeah, how do I say it? They have things on show, and I'm like, I don't see the problem in that. They're not really stealing views. And then I was like, excuse me. So I wrote excuse me in the chat, and he was like, oh god, I've offended you, haven't I? I was like, yeah, a little bit, yeah. I don't think people should do that. It's like somebody wants to sit there and wear a nice top, they can sit there and wear a nice top. So he was like, oh yeah, oh god, she's not typing in the chat, she's left now. I was like, no, I'm still here. And it's that sort of thing where they're like, oh my god, they've left, I can't believe they've left, I've offended them, I can't believe they've left.
It makes it
not
awkward.
watching anymore.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like, they get so hooked on the idea of somebody being in the chat, and when they don't talk for a little bit, like, oh my god, they've left, and still in there, and they're like, yeah.
It's like not everybody that watches the stream wants to type in the chat. Some people are literally there just to watch. One example that I probably have is Tyler, one of my moderators.
Yeah.
He's literally always there. Although saying that, he's not here now, so we can talk about him. But he lurked his way to like 1,000 hours on Mixer, which is crazy. Yeah. But the thing is as well, when you like ask him about it, he's like, yeah, I really enjoy watching the streams. Just doesn't like chatting, which is fine, and there's plenty of people like that, and
I'm like
you
that.
shouldn't
I'm one of
people
those.
out for doing stuff like that.
If people want to sit and chill, and sometimes I'm too shy to talk. If I go into some stream, I don't want to say anything because I'm like, what if I say the wrong thing, or if they think I'm weird, or like the one thing that really sets off my anxiety right now is that badge I have next.
The verified.
And then I've been into somebody's chat, and some people have been rude to some people, and I'm like, I kind of want to turn it off. And then even the Twitch Prime thing, when I go into somebody's chat, they'll mention, oh, I see you've got like Twitch Prime. Do you know you can sub to me for free with Twitch Prime? It's like, yes.
That's the worst. Like, come on. Not everybody's got Twitch Prime. Well, they might have already subbed to someone else. Yeah, like, you can't be like, oh, I see you've got Prime. You can use that here, or I'm going to be offended if you don't.
I would say, like, half of the time when I go into somebody's stream, they'll mention that I have Twitch Prime. And as much as I'd like to sub to everybody, I can't do that, and I've already used it on somebody else, and it feels really awkward, and he's sat there like, I don't really know what to say now. What do you say?
Yeah, like, yeah, I think the badges on Twitch a bit odd. Like the badges we've got now, we've got VIP, which you specifically assign to certain people. You've got the tiered subscriber badge. Then you've got things like cheerleader, Twitch Prime, and then you've got other events that people have been a part of and stuff. It almost feels like there's too many.
Maybe we just need to get used to.
Sorry about that, just had to clear my throat. Yeah, one thing I don't know if you've seen. Oh, thank you for that, Jen. One thing that I don't know if you've seen is there's a new browser extension called what have they renamed it to? Twix Error. And what it basically does is it adds profile pictures into the Twitch chat. Also we got Buttspot chatting away there. I love it.
I really like the idea of like the extension, but I kind of feel like done stuff on Mixer now, and if you're getting like really upset about stuff like I have been recently, like with Mixer closing down, I kind of feel like I want to move away from Mixer, and I don't want to be like, oh, I'm from, what do they call it, Twixer or something?
Twixer, yeah, like, I'm a Twixer.
I don't want to be a Twixer, I want to be a Twitch streamer. I don't want to have any association with Mixer anymore because it's not going to be there after the second. So I'm like, I want to add it on because it looks better, but I don't want to hold on to stuff that happened in the past, like Mixer. So I just want to be a Twitch streamer. I don't want to be known as like, like a Twixer.
I think the extension's quite cool. So it literally just puts profile pictures next to people's names, which to me, using it, it actually makes it for me easier to see exactly who's doing that message because you get familiar with the pictures. And also it breaks them up a bit. If everyone's got like the same color, it breaks it up so you can actually see they're different people. But the it does change the background to a slight purpley color as well. But also, if they don't have a profile picture, it puts the infamous blueberry as the profile picture, which is amazing. So I had your stream open today with the extension, and you had blueberries in the chat, and you had
nice.
What was funny as well is not only did you have blueberries in the chat, but you had the Blueberry Slayer, or whatever his name is, in the chat as well,
that,
which was amazing.
I really like the extension, and I feel like a lot of work's been put into it, but I think with being like so emotional and like, I don't know, so sensitive, I don't want to add that on personally. think I just want to get used to Twitch and then not have to think about like Mixer all the time, because I think we need to move on from that and not get caught up on it.
See, I would like it if the extension could make it more like the Mixer chat, because that was one thing that I think Mixer did better, was just the chat was easier to read.
Yeah.
Messages were more spread out. Chat box was bigger. I mean, I've got the Mixer chat open on this screen here, so you can see it right here. So you can see the Mixer chat. They basically have profile pictures, they got the name, then they've got rank, which could be other badges, sub badges, whatever else you've got on here as well. The messages were just more spread out, and I just found this a lot easier to read. And the set colors for moderators and stuff like that just it just makes it easier to quickly see who's who.
You know, after being on Twitch for a little bit,
yeah,
I kind of prefer the Twitch one now.
Oh really?
I don't know why. I kind of prefer the Twitch one. I feel like it's easier to read without the profile pictures.
I don't know.
I personally like it more than Mixer now. I feel like because I do it every single day and I do it for like 5 hours plus, I feel like I've gotten used to it and I'm okay with it now.
I don't think I'm there yet, but maybe I will be one day.
Soon sounds
soon. I'll be there one day. So on that subject as well, the news of Mixer shutting down. Obviously, that
I think everybody saw.
I think everybody saw your.
Everybody saw my reaction.
So when that news was announced, Steph basically started up her stream, and
I could not stop crying for 3-4 hours. I was literally bawling my eyes out, and Ninja Bam, who has been my friend for a really long time, phoned me, and then I think we got into a group call at some point as well, because everybody was talking about it. Everybody didn't know what to do.
Same with Joker, Muffin, Sassy, and a few others,
So when I met Sam on Mixer, so me and Sam met through Mixer, I actually quit my part-time job. So I worked in Bureau de Change, so I sold like euros, dollars, all sorts of currency. So I actually left that job to be a full-time streamer. So I think the news of it shutting down and me moving down here because I had a full-time job, it hit me really hard, because I was like, oh my god, I haven't even like got my CV ready, and we're in the pandemic, and how do I get a job down here, because I don't know anywhere around here, and I was panicking and then crying non-stop. I couldn't stop crying.
It's been a odd year, isn't it? Like, there's been, so obviously with your job, you handed your notice in like the start of December to be a full-time streamer.
Oh no, I think it was January.
No, you handed the notice in at the start of December, didn't you? And then at the end of December, the company had a massive hack attack, and that
was terrible. I'm not. It's the hardest I have ever worked in my life, guys. I can't.
Luckily, you got out of the company in time.
We literally, our computers didn't work at all, so we had to calculate all of like the exchange rates through a calculator, and
pen and paper.
We'd be sat there with a pen and paper, like a receipt book, and it was horrible.
And then obviously we moved in together during February, and then lockdown in March.
We were so lucky.
The chance of us getting in, that was crazy. And then obviously the Mixer stuff in June as well. Like,
all been a bit all over the place. I don't really know what's happened.
No, it's been a bit crazy. But I know one of your biggest worries was about Twitch, how it was gonna go, and I think it is for everyone when you move platform. I think for everyone it's like a big worry about how you think it's gonna. I always felt at home on Mixer, and I felt like the community and everything were there, and my family was there, and I always felt really cozy there because everybody was there for me. It had a different feel, yeah. And I think after putting in like over 2 years of work and establishing yourself, and especially I guess the extra pressure of going full time and stuff as well.
Yeah, it was really weird, and I felt like I would never really fit in on Twitch because I don't feel like. Oh, I guess I always saw myself as not like fitting in anywhere, and I was really different, and I'd laugh at everything all the time, and I wouldn't be serious about anything. And
people like that though.
I always felt like I didn't fit in anywhere, and I felt like that on Mixer, but we've only been on Twitch for like a few weeks now. So
like 3 weeks?
I still think we have loads of time.
3 weeks? No, it's actually it's about a month, isn't it? Wasn't it June 22nd they announced it shutting down, and it's now July 20th?
That's gone really quick. That's
almost
been
a month. Almost a month now. That's crazy. It's been a good month though.
It's been very emotional.
I think it's that settling in period, because obviously there was the massive hype where everyone moved over and everyone was doing really well and stuff, and then I saw some people describe it on my elbow. Some people describe it on Twitter and stuff as the end of the honeymoon period, when everything starts to settle down and everyone's numbers come down. And
yeah, we definitely felt that. Definitely.
Yeah, that I think that has been quite tough for a lot of people. I've seen a lot of streamers announce that they're taking long breaks or changing things up or struggling. And
I feel like I was guilty of this as well. I feel like because we built up so much on Mixer and we were in a good position, I feel like we tried to do the same on Twitch too quickly, and I feel like we put too much pressure on ourselves to do that well in like a short amount of time. And with like the hype of Mixer and stuff at the beginning shutting down over on Twitch, I feel like we were doing really well, and then when they dropped down a little bit because the hype was gone, I feel like people were too hard on themselves, and I did that too. And then I got really upset and basically broke down, and I was streaming like nearly every day and then putting loads of hours in because I was like, I need to work hard to get to this point. But I think just being yourself and carrying on exactly how you were before is definitely good enough. It's always good enough.
Yeah, I think it's been different for me as well. I think I taken a lot of time and reflected on everything that happened on Mixer. I wouldn't say that I regret a lot of the stuff that I was doing on Mixer, mainly the games I was streaming and the way I was doing them and stuff. I wouldn't say I necessarily regret it, because obviously I met a lot of you through it, but I guess I kind of wish I'd done stuff differently. And I know it was always going to be hard, not only switching platforms, but also almost completely switching what I've been doing.
I don't see it that way. The way you're describing it is like you feel like you, but at the same time, that was your favorite game, and that was something that you enjoyed, and you enjoyed yourself in the time that you were on Mixer. And
true.
Even though you built stuff up, and most of them were people on Xbox, but like all the people that followed you over, and
I think it was more a lot of the audience that I built up were people that were just there for the game.
I think
that was quite frustrating, and I think even when I tried changing games as well to Rocket League and a few other bits, I was kind of getting a lot of the same, where it was like, if I didn't play that game, or if I did but didn't let people in, you could tell the reaction of certain people.
I think that was the mindset on Mixer though, like people feel like they were entitled to join the game, and if you didn't let them join the game, you okay?
You hit my elbows.
If you didn't let them join the game, then they wouldn't watch anymore, and it's like they were stuck in that mindset because they were a little bit younger, because they were kids.
Yeah.
But I didn't think there was anything wrong that you did. You played your favorite game, you enjoyed yourself, you brought people together. I met you on there.
That's true. Yeah. I think I kind of got to the point with Fortnite and Rocket League and stuff that I just wasn't enjoying playing games as much anymore.
I kind of feel like that now as
I
well.
kind of feel like a lot of the changes that were made and stuff, there was more pressure to be good at the game compared to being entertaining. And I'm not good at games. I'm not gonna pretend that I am. I'm bad at games, okay? It doesn't matter what I play. I am bad at video games, but I just have a lot of fun playing them.
That's what people enjoyed watching, though.
And I think I just enjoy doing this sort of format of stuff now. I think doing the streamer stuff things on YouTube encouraged me to want to do this sort of format of chatting to people and doing web shows and tutorials and stuff like that, because I just enjoy. I think part of it is because when I started streaming, I was terrified of sitting in front of a camera or chatting to an audience and stuff. If you watch like some of my earlier YouTube videos or early streams, they are I cringe watching them. I mean, it's cool to see cute. Like where I've come from, but it's really cringy. Like I see there's people in the chat now from like a few months into when I started streaming. Like Cole is in there right now. He'll remember what I was like when I first started streaming, and watching those streams, I honestly don't know why people watched, because it was awful.
You have to think of it as well, like
it's good to see like the journey though, and like
like I know you said you felt like you made a mistake with like game and stuff, but you think of personal.
Yeah.
Well, like,
yeah.
I had the same. Well, I think everybody that started streaming has grown in some sort of way, and maybe it's confidence, maybe it's, I don't know, talking to people, but I definitely feel a lot better.
Exactly. I just saw a message in the chat there as well about J Mitch talked me into it. He did. He was one of the people that was encouraging me to start streaming, because when I joined Mixer, or Beam at the time, I was basically just a viewer and a moderator, and I had no interest in streaming. And it just kind of happened.
Yeah, me too. I think I was only watching for a really long time, and then I was like, I don't really know if I'm good enough to stream, or like, I don't know. It was weird. I guess I was just really shy. I think. As well. I was like, what do I say? What do I talk about?
But I never thought I'd see myself doing these sort of web show things.
They're really
chat
good.
things.
I really like them.
I really enjoy doing them. I really enjoy like watching web shows and listening to podcasts and stuff. But I guess the thing you always think about, if you're doing something like this, like what would you talk about? And I know you were saying like before this, you're like, oh, but what if we what if we don't have anything to talk about and we just sit here in silence and stuff? But there's literally always something to.
What about my costume when I first started streaming? I don't think you've heard this part. He's not heard
I've not heard this. No, wait, what?
Okay, so it took me, I think it was like a month to reach 1,000 followers. So I promised everybody when I reached 1,000 followers that I'd dress up in the Stay Puft costume and wear it.
Wait, I think I've heard this.
So I reached 1,000 followers. I blew up the costume. I didn't fit in the chair. I got stuck, and then I couldn't see. So I was literally playing the game, and I couldn't see anything at all for like 4 hours. Did
anyone get any pictures of this or film it?
I think it's on Twitter. I think it's on Twitter.
If any of you can find it on Twitter, please let me know and send it to me.
There's also punishment from my community when I played PUBG that if I blew myself up, I would wear the hot dog costume.
Really?
So I used to sit there in this giant hot dog costume if I blew myself up, which pretty much all the time anyway. It was funny. I got stuck in the chair in the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man costume.
I mean, I couldn't say anything. I streamed in a seagull outfit.
That was really
which
funny.
Which is now in this house as well. So maybe one day we'll bring that back. So
I mean, I would wear that.
Really?
I would wear the sequel.
I don't mean now, but
no.
Ideas. Maybe we should do it as one of your channel point rewards.
Ah, that would be really
if someone
cool.
redeems like 100,000 channel points, you can wear the seagull outfit.
You've got to steal Sam's chips.
Steal my chips. Oh, 1 million channel points. Maybe that's a bit many. There's a chair rubbing against the desk.
I feel like Sam's chair's going to break at some point.
That wasn't a fart, by the way. It's this desk.
I thought you farted then. I thought that was a fart.
This chair's just like all over the place.
I feel like you need a new one. Oh, I just wanted to say as well, guys, if you're looking for a chair, don't buy a gaming chair, because oh my god, my butt does not fit in this chair. It's not comfortable. My back hurts. I don't know what these weird cushions are, but my head doesn't quite reach it.
Neck cushions.
Literally, my butt does not fit on the chair, guys.
I mean, do you want to see how awkward these are? Like,
what are you supposed to do with the cushion? Look at it, he looks like...
This is not comfortable.
Sam, you look incredibly comfortable right now. Yeah, definitely buy an office chair, because oh my god, don't buy a gaming chair, guys. Gaming chairs are terrible.
That's what I'm looking into as my next chair, like an ergonomic office chair.
I think I'm going to do the same.
I just don't know what to get though. There's so many.
Somebody sent me the link for one. They were like, these are really good chairs.
They were like 400 quid, weren't they?
No, it was like over £1,000. I was like, why are you supposed to get the money for that? I was like,
we're not like rich. I mean,
oh no, Sam, we're streamers. People think we're like making fun.
No. Have you ever heard that stereotype of where people are like, they'll come in the chat and they'll be like, you're a streamer, so you must make a lot of money because you sat there on a camera. Can you give me 1,000 V-Bucks? Can you give me an in-game skin on Fortnite? Could you get me a gaming chair? Also need a camera.
Can you buy me an Xbox so I can play?
Yeah, I need an Xbox to play the game as well. Oh, but I also need Xbox Live Gold if that's okay. Are you taking a list of this stuff? Are you writing it all down? Are you writing everything down? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, excuse me, like.
I just want to pay for food and my bills.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so if I give you all that stuff, are you gonna pay my rent? You're going to pay for the water and the sewage. You're going to pay for the internet. You're going to pay for the gas and electric. You're going to pay the food bill. You're going to pay for the petrol, the car insurance, the car tax. Are you going to pay for all that as well, yeah? Yeah? Okay.
I love how you went on a little bit of a rant.
It's true. I don't think people think about it. Like,
people don't realise that we have bills. Like, I think people forget that streamers are actually people sometimes. Like, they don't realise that, yeah, we have, like, a house and we have rent. And we have to pay all the bills. We have like health issues, and we have to get our eyes tested and our teeth done, and blah 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 blah. And people forget about all of that. They're like, "Oh yeah, streamer, your job is like so easy," and you're like,
"It's like we're not living in like a. This isn't like a studio. We've got a bathroom behind that wall, and a living room behind that wall, and a garden out there. This isn't like a." This isn't like an office block and a studio that we hire out to do our streams.
This is our second bedroom. We're going to put like a blow-up bed in here with my parents.
Yeah, so when we have visitors, we'll be putting a bed like in this room. This isn't anything fancy.
Yeah, this is not a fancy house, guys. I think if you have like a house, if you live like paycheck to paycheck, I still think we're really rich, but the sense of having all of you guys and having the company. But nah, that money doesn't go on any of that. It goes on buying people Xboxes.
I think it winds me up as well because obviously with the streaming that I do as well, I work a full-time job as well in IT, and it's like I literally work like 40 hours a week for that job. For someone to come into a stream and just be like, "Can you give me some of your money?"
Oh no!
It's like,
do you know what the one that makes me laugh the most is? Oh, dude, you do this as a job, and you're like, "No, actually, I work a full-time job," and they're like, "Yeah," and then you just leave.
Yeah, I have had that before. I've had people literally,
like, oh.
Yeah, I've had people literally call me out and say like, "Oh, you got it easy. You do streaming as a job." It's like, this isn't my job. I work 40 hours a week and I was streaming 20 hours a week. This is not my job.
But the thing about that as well, though, is streaming is not the easiest job. Like, I've done waitressing, customer service, cleaning. I've done all sorts of jobs, and literally, this is like the most difficult thing I've ever had to do. Like,
it's not an easy job.
Yeah, like the emotional side, like the physical side, because I couldn't actually work full time until I started streaming, which was a huge milestone for me because I have some illnesses that if I push myself too much, then I can make myself really sick. So full-time streaming is like absolutely ideal for me. But like the strain on literally everything is crazy. Like, I think working in customer service has definitely helped like streaming and stuff, but oh my god.
I think it's because with streaming the amount you earn from it can fluctuate so much month by month, so it's so hard to like plan ahead and say I'm going to put this aside for bills, this aside for something else, and this aside for savings. You can't plan that. Like,
it's very stressful. So you have to literally set aside any spare money that you get from bills, literally everything, just in case something like Mixer happened when they were shutting down.
Yeah.
Like, I had to put everything to one side because I didn't know where I was going to be. I didn't know if I was going to, like, it was like losing a job when Mixer.
Yeah.
So, like, what am I going to do? Where am I going to get my money from? And is it going to be the same? Am I going to earn the same amount on Twitch? It's crazy.
I think it puts more pressure on you as well because you have to set like a bare minimum of what you need to earn to cover bills and stuff.
Yeah.
So it it's like each month it's like a pressure to earn that. And
it's hard not to get caught up in like
plus taxes.
like when I went full-time streaming, it's hard to like not get caught up in like I really love doing this and I was able to do it because of you guys, but it's hard not to get that confused, and I think a lot of people do it with earning money, and it's like if you really enjoy it, you should really enjoy it. If you feel pressured into doing it because you need it for money, then probably get a part-time job. It's really difficult, and it shouldn't be. Partly it should be about the money, but it shouldn't at the same time, and it's really confusing. I don't really know where or how to explain that. How would you explain it?
I don't know. I think. Also, thank you for that, by the way, up there.
By the way, I'm terrible at explaining things. I was like, it is, but it isn't.
I think.
You shouldn't be like you shouldn't expect subs. You shouldn't expect people to give things to you, but you should be prepared for things that do happen. And if you don't get the same amount of money you were before, then you need to prepare for it in some sort.
Yeah. Like with streaming, I guess you need to be comfortably past the bare minimum covering bills, so you can put stuff aside in case you have like a month where it dips or something like Mixer happens. Or
but if you consistently go beneath what you're comfortable with, then it's probably better getting a part-time job rather than it being like talking about like wanting subs all the time or asking people to sub or asking like for bits or asking for donations. That's something that I think you should do because it makes people feel awkward. Like it makes me feel awkward. People ask me to sub to them and I'm like, I can't really afford it, but
just looking, whose voice is dropping out? I think it's the volume of it. I think it's the noise gate is cutting out.
Oh, is that
I still need to fix it. I'm trying to get like a boom arm. This microphone that I've got weighs 1.6 kilograms. This is a monster of a microphone. Here it is right here. This weighs 1.6 kilograms, and not many boom arms can hold this microphone up. So at the moment, it's on a stand on the desk. But eventually, I think tomorrow I'm getting an arm which can support up to 2 kilograms. So I'm going to have it on a boom arm, and then we can actually have it closer. Because the problem is at the moment, it's on the desk, but it's like half a meter away from us. So the audio quality is not quite as good.
Maybe I'm just being really quiet.
But it depends whose voice. Lobster's voice. Oh, so it's your voice.
Oh, my voice. I'm just being really quiet then.
She's just being a little bit quiet.
Just be a little bit quiet.
It is a thick mic though. Yeah, it's a G-Track Pro. Samsung, not Samsung. Samsung.
It sounds the same
Pro.
when you say
it
that.
It does. Yeah, it does.
Can you say it again?
Samsung and Samsung.
It sounds the same.
But it's yeah, I only got it recently. It's like a studio quality mic, but it's a USB one, and it's been good so far. It's got different audio settings at the moment. We've just got the direct talking one on for now.
Maybe I was leaning to that side. Maybe that's why you can't hear me properly.
Yeah, it's probably just the volume because it'd be the noise gate not kicking in properly.
I don't really know about technology.
I just forgot what we were talking about now. What were we talking about? Money from streaming.
Yeah, so how do you feel if somebody, like, say if you went into somebody's stream and it felt like they were pressuring you into subbing to them and they kept talking about you subbing to them? How would you feel? I think it's awkward.
I am not subbed to many people at the moment. I think the majority of the subs I've got are probably gifted. It's difficult, isn't it? Because
you want to support, but
you want to support, but when you're paying bills and stuff, you've got to prioritize that and make sure you're comfortable with that before. Because at the end of the day, a sub on Twitch,
it adds up. You don't realize.
Yeah,
like,
it isn't as important as like paying your rent or paying your water, because without that stuff, you wouldn't be able to live. Like
that's why I always say, like, if you're not subbed, that's fine. Like you don't have to sub. Because
we understand that, like, people have got that, like, especially now during a lockdown where like millions of people are losing jobs and stuff and losing income. it's more important than ever to make sure that you're comfortable before.
Like, don't spend that £5.
Don't spend money you don't have.
Food.
Yeah,
like,
basically.
That's why I think we are like on the same sub
You
part.
are, it is you not talking loud enough. I was just watching the mic.
Oh, is it me? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. It's when you went quiet there, and it just I saw it cut out. Yeah.
Oh, that's my bad. I'm not talking loud enough into this microphone. Yeah, I don't want people to sub and stuff and give bits if they can't afford it. Like, I don't want anybody to feel pressured, and I don't think people should pressure you into that either. Like, if somebody pressures you into subbing or keeps mentioning it or says, sub to me.
I just saw that as well.
Did you see that as well?
Okay, so Steph, you wouldn't have seen that on camera, but Steph was just talking there, and this tiny little bubble just like came out of her mouth and it's like floating up here. It was like the tiniest little bubble.
How did I blow a bubble?
I don't even know. How did you just blow a bubble when you were talking?
Did it come out of my penis?
I don't know. I just saw a little bubble just like floating around
did
here.
You see us both watching it?
Yeah, I was just like, is that a bubble? I thought it was a bit of dust or something, but no, it's a little bubble.
What's that? I didn't expect somebody blowing bubbles on this podcast.
I mean, if you're listening to this in a car or something, because I'm probably going to put it on Spotify and everything.
It was a really small bubble.
Then you won't be able to see
cute.
it, but it was a little baby bubble.
It was very, very
little
cute.
baby bubble.
It's a little baby bubble.
Little baby bubble.
I was watching the bubble in the air. I was like, oh.
Gonna call her Bubbles from here on out.
That's my new party trick. I'm blowing bubbles through my lip piercing.
Oh, so one thing I was going to ask as well, I guess, would be how you found Twitch to be different from Mixer so far.
It feels like you can grow on Twitch, but in a different way to Mixer. So, on Mixer, you could just stream like a popular game. It was always like BRs or like the top 10 games, and it was easy to find people, and the categories are small because there weren't that many people streaming on there. But on Twitch, it feels like your content and your personality actually matters. I kind of feel like that. I feel like people are more there for you rather than the game, and it feels really nice to know that people like your streams because of your personality, not because of the game. It was always like, it always felt like you could only get anywhere, and you could only get to like the top tier streamers if you played like a specific game. And I felt, because I streamed GTA quite a lot, I grew a little bit, but I didn't feel like I could ever reach like a certain place on Mixer because I felt like I was being held back because of the games I was playing. So I wasn't playing like the most popular
GTA
ones.
is not Battle Royale.
yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I think I did okay on GTA, and I played some other games as well, but I think the one thing I am proud of is being able to grow on a game that wasn't VR on Mixer.
It didn't pick you up when you said that.
Oh, it didn't pick me up again.
It's because you went quiet there. Yeah.
I keep moving away from the microphone.
She's
that's
like,
my bad.
I'm gonna keep talking like this and then get quieter and quieter and slowly move away
like this. Secretly falling asleep, but you guys didn't see it.
By the end of the stream, she's gonna be going down like.
That chair does not sound healthy.
It's fine. Still works.
I'm gonna laugh so much when you fall off the chair when it
One day this chair's gonna break. I don't know when.
I'm gonna laugh so hard. It's gonna be so funny.
To be fair, I don't know if it is gonna break on stream now.
Oh no!
I don't do the chair dancing anymore because Mixplay's gone, not on Twitch. And I sort of announced over the last few days that I'm changing my schedule up a bit. So obviously you know that I work like 40 hours a week in my full-time job. And then streaming 20 hours on top of that is quite a lot. And it's just way too much, and it's not been good for my health and stuff. So I kind of decided not only am I not really going to stream games, maybe occasionally, but I'm going to change the streams to probably be like a Monday and a Friday. Or in this case, this week is probably going to be Monday and Thursday because we're going away on Friday.
I can't Can't wait. I'm so
and
excited.
also, I think on Thursday, isn't it the Xbox Showcase?
I
Isn't
hope
it
it's going to
their
be
event?
better than last time.
Well, it's showing off Halo and stuff.
But are they really going to show off? Are they going to do the same thing as last time and just show a trailer but not actually the gameplay? That was
Well, they
really
haven't even
cool
released
last
a
time.
real trailer yet, just little teasers. So
Oh, okay.
hopefully it's going to be really good. But yeah, it's probably going to be only a Monday and Friday for now. Probably going to be this like talk show podcast style thing on a Monday and a web show on a Friday. Maybe the odd stream in between of like an IRL stream going out for a walk or whatever. Probably not many games unless there's something out that I really want to play. But it's just more I don't know, I enjoy this sort of thing, and doing a web show like every stream, like my schedule was Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Doing 5 web shows a week, nearly 20 hours. You run out of things to talk about. It's difficult. There's not that much you can talk about for that long every day, especially like the weekend streams of 4 hours. Like
I feel a bit weird about that because I don't know if it's just because I talk a lot or if I talk a load of rubbish, but I always talk about loads of rubbish things and I have no idea how I get onto the topic, but I randomly talk about the same things for like 5 hours and I'm like, how do I even do that? I don't understand.
Time flies.
I just start talking and I can't like shut myself up and I'm like, I have a problem.
I just realised as well, I haven't asked the most important question yet.
Most important question.
Can you confirm or deny if you are moving to Brime?
Not until they offer me partnership.
Okay.
And I can only at least stream on there for 2 hours. So can't even be serious.
You have to do. Are they gonna actually? I don't know. Are they gonna be like a gaming focused platform like Facebook and Trovo?
Hello, my name is Lobster, and I am basically never stream on this platform because it doesn't exist.
To be fair, Brime does sound like something from the ocean. Doesn't
it sounds like a tin of like. Do you know,
Brine,
like you get
called.
sardines and then you like drain off the last bits of it, and it's like this weird jelly gooey bit.
Maybe they're gonna offer you a mega deal contract to sign the Lobster to Brime.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm not sure about Brime. I don't know. I feel like the person that runs it hasn't really looked into it enough and is just like doing things out of like what's the word for it?
So
spontaneous?
Yeah.
He's being spontaneous and he's not really thinking about the things before he posts them and he's trying to keep the hype going and I think that's where they've gone wrong, is announcing it before it was actually a thing. And
yeah. I guess on the subject of platforms, I'm sure some of you have probably heard about Trovo. There's 2 things. So the first thing is, from what I understand, the way that Trovo works with their partner program is it's called Trovo 500. And the way this works is they only pay the top 500 creators at that time on the platform. So if you're not in the top 500, I don't think you actually get paid, which is stupid.
But it's not only the top 500, you have to stream games.
This is the other thing. They recently
have to stream games.
They recently updated their partner agreement for Trovo 500 to say that you have to stream games. They're saying they're taking out creators variety IRL. They're taking out all that stuff out of their partner program. They said they may make a separate program for it in the future, but they want to focus on games.
See, this is why you shouldn't trust smaller platforms like after what happened to Mixer, because they could turn around and do anything like Trovo did.
Yeah, Trovo's like a heavily focused mobile gaming platform. And obviously some people from Mixer decided to move over to there.
I feel terrible for them, honestly, with the gaming stuff, because I feel like that's limiting who they are as a person and what their content could be.
I've never heard of a platform, apart from, Facebook Gaming, where Facebook Gaming are like, yeah, Facebook Gaming is only for game streams. All other streams are just on normal Facebook.
So what they did is they said you have to stream game stuff, so it could be a game or it could be anything else, but they basically, did they like partner up with Mixer?
Yeah.
Was it like a
I know they
partnership?
partnered with Microsoft.
Oh, partnered with Microsoft, and then they said if Mixer partners move over, you can get partnership with Facebook, but they would offer you money, but you would only get that at the end of the however long months it was. And you'd only get that if you put in the hours for streaming games.
Yeah.
But you couldn't stream anywhere else in that period as well. So you're like, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, it sounds very shady. And the main gripe that I have with Facebook gaming is that
what if my mum wanted to pop in and everybody saw her name?
Yeah, if your mum pops in and it shows like her actual name and stuff on there, like that is obviously not good as well.
I wouldn't want like harassment or abuse or stuff going to my family and my friends. Like,
but I'm not being funny. I've seen ex-Mixer partners streaming on Facebook gaming, yeah, and they show up on my timeline. And the reason is you can pay to show up on people's timelines. Okay, so here's an example right now, which I could show you. So you all know Goth, who was a Twitch partner who moved over to Mixer. Now, it's showing up on my Facebook timeline right now. He's on there, it won't autofocus. But literally, this little bit here says sponsored. You can pay to get your streams shown on people's timelines. That's what this little sponsored bit is.
I feel like that's the only way you can grow on Facebook is if you sponsor your own posts.
So you can literally use money to get more people to see your stream. You can pay Facebook to show your stream to more people.
A lot of people don't have that money to spend.
No,
like,
exactly.
Mixer was expecting people to go over, like that banner they made saying all Mixer streamers would be moving over to Facebook. And it's like, we don't have the money to spend to like sponsor every single post. Like, how are you supposed to grow other than paying for it? Like,
because it instantly puts you at a disadvantage to people that have some money to spend on that. Now, what I found interesting is for a lot of ex-Mixer partners, I've seen at least 4 or 5 of them now with that sponsor bit on there. Now, I don't know if that's them paying or if that's Facebook doing some deal as you partnered with us, so we'll sponsor you for a little bit to show you to more people.
I think I'd be worried of like falling into the trap of like paying for sponsorship, but at the end it probably would have added up to what they wanted to pay us after the few months anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm like, did you fall into the trap of giving the money back into Facebook, or are they just sponsoring it anyway? Or it's really weird.
The thing as well is you're not gonna be able to keep funding that, to keep paying to get more people to see you. There's gonna be a cutoff point.
Yeah.
And I feel like when they get to that cutoff point, they'll see a drop. Because a lot of the people on Facebook, they don't chat. You'll be scrolling through the timeline, you'll see a stream there, you won't pop in chat. So they'll be missing out. It just seems like a backwards system. It means that a company, a big brand company could go onto Facebook, they could do a stream on there and they could just pay Facebook and the stream would be shown to like 1 million people. And it's so...
It's weird.
It makes the platform seem unfair from a streamer's point of view, that you're up against people that
have money to do it.
If they've got money to use for stuff like that, then they can instantly get their stream viewed by more people.
It's really disheartening because with working so hard for so long to get viewers and to build a community and to meet new people and stuff, and to whatever goal you wanted to do, it feels like you don't really like get the same with Facebook. Like, I don't know, it feels like you can just do the hard work with sponsoring it rather than building it up like from scratch like we are with Twitch now. I don't know, it just feels wrong, and it feels like all the hard work that everybody's putting in, it just seems pointless on Facebook because people could just pay for it anyway. Like,
now that brings me on to another interesting point as well, which I don't know how many of you are aware of this. So you know that Facebook gaming partnered with Microsoft, okay? So you would think this would mean that Microsoft would move all of their streams to Facebook gaming.
I know what you're going to say.
So we were looking at this the other day. So Xbox Ambassadors, which is part of Xbox, part of Microsoft, announced that they're going to be streaming on Twitch. Xbox On, which is part of Xbox UK and Xbox and Microsoft, announced they're going to be streaming on Twitch.
So if Facebook wasn't good enough for them, why are they offering us stuff from Mixer going over to Facebook? Like, why isn't it, if it's not good enough for them, how is it going to be good enough for us?
Why have Microsoft partnered with a company in Facebook gaming, but then some of their own brands are announcing that they're going to be streaming on Twitch? Like,
That's weird.
There's no point. Like, so far, I've not seen a single reason for Microsoft to partner with Facebook Gaming. Apart from shifting over some partners and giving them instant partnership, I can't really see any other reason for the partnership. Like, what?
I have no idea. I don't know. It's weird. I feel like there's no point in putting any effort in on Facebook because you could just pay for it. Like, it doesn't feel like your content matters like it does on Twitch. Like, it doesn't feel like you need to be like yourself and like you need to put more effort in and have your content like actually out there because you can just pay to be sponsored on Facebook.
Now, one thing I wanted to check as well.
You heard that sexy keyboard?
You heard that keyboard, yeah? Okay, so I wanted to check that because... okay, so here we go. So this is what's happening in 2 days' time, or 3 days' time, sorry. Now, notice that you could tune in here or on your console, but they put YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch all before Facebook, which is the company that they've partnered with. And look at the link as well down the bottom left. It's not even Facebook Gaming. It's facebook.com/Xbox. It's not fb.gg. So they're not even showing anywhere that they're going to show this on Facebook Gaming. Like,
I'm confused.
I don't understand. Like, this is one of their biggest events. I honestly don't think that... I would be surprised if on the new Xbox, the Series X, if you could stream to Facebook Gaming from it. I would be surprised. Because looking at this right now, I don't see the point in the partnership.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
This is weird. I don't know if I'm supposed to be asking you questions.
No, you can ask the questions, yeah.
When Mixer shut down,
Yeah.
did you ever think about going to Facebook?
No. No.
I love how you said no straight
Honestly,
away.
no. Honestly, not a single thought ever of would I stream on Facebook. And the reason is, all of my family are on Facebook. I have work colleagues who pop in the stream as well sometimes, who pop in this stream. My cousin sometimes pops in the stream as well.
Your brothers.
My brothers. If any of them popped in the stream on Facebook, they'd be like, oh, Sam works with this person. We'll track it down. Okay, we know where he works now. Oh, this is his cousin. Let's look at his profile. Look at the family members and stuff. If any of your family or friends don't have their Facebook profile locked down enough, you could be tracked down pretty easily.
But then their comment towards that, they said, oh, you can just make another profile. But
that protects you, but not...
It doesn't protect everybody else.
Yeah, sure, that might mean that you're not streaming from your profile, but that means if a family member comes in still, you could still find them. And like...
I'm not going to make like my mum and my dad and my family make other accounts just so they can watch my stream. Like, I'm not going to make them do that. Like,
no.
It's a really weird way of going around it. Like, oh, you can just make another account and comment. But what if you forget? What if you accidentally comment with your personal profile? What are you supposed to do then? Like,
you're kind of stuck. Like,
I wouldn't want to do that, especially like considering I've had like weird people like stalking my social media. I don't want that.
They had that stalker guy from
Sweden.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't remember how long ago it was. It was like over a year ago, and I played GTA with a load of people, and they could like join me, and we'd like cause chaos and stuff. And he basically found my mobile number, my personal mobile number, even though it's not anywhere on the internet that I could find. He knew my full name. He knew, well, he didn't know where I lived. He thought I was American, which is but the whole stalker thing was not. He found my personal phone number. He phoned me up, said my full name, and then it didn't stop there. I blocked the number. He then bought and went on to buy like another 20 numbers, UK numbers, to phone me again and again and again. He found my Snapchat, my personal one. He sent me death threats because I wouldn't reply to him. He said he was basically going to kill me, which was incredibly scary. So if you stream anywhere, please be careful because they can find anything. You need to protect yourself, and if anything like that happens, please go to the police. Please just do anything. Talk to anybody about it, because honestly, you need to do that. You need to talk to somebody about that.
yeah, this guy. We've got a suspicion that the way he may have been able to get the phone number and stuff would be he probably found the name somewhere, found like a Facebook profile or something, and then but I mean then contact one of your friends on there and say, oh, I've lost her number. Can I get her number?
That's not a bad. Oh my god, I didn't even think of that. That's not one way
that people could do it. That's the only way that I could think this guy could have done it, because I remember helping you go through all your socials and stuff and make sure that that info wasn't available anywhere.
They can find everything, guys. So if you do stream and if you do put yourself out there, please lock everything down. Literally everything. Like, don't tell people like whereabouts you live. Don't tell them your last name. Don't even tell them your first name if you're not comfortable with that. Like, most of you guys know my first name anyway. I'm fine with that. But please keep yourself safe, because that's the most important thing. Definitely.
There are some really messed up people out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've just got to be careful. Like, you shouldn't ever put your full name out there on the internet unless it's on something that's locked down. Say like a Instagram or Twitter or Facebook account. You can lock those down. And I know that Facebook now has a system where it can test your privacy, and it does a step-by-step thing saying, do you want people to see this? Do you want people to see your profile picture? Do you want this? Do you want that? And you go through and just say no, 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 and you can lock it down.
You definitely need to do that, guys, please. I can ask you for one favor, please keep yourself safe, because oh my lord.
It's it's crazy.
It's scary. I won't lie. I went through a really tough time with that, but I think I've learned from it, and I feel like it's made me a better person because I know how to deal with that now, and I just want other people to know that you should be locking your stuff down. I know it seems really repetitive, but if I don't like tell people my experience, then nobody's gonna know, and nobody's gonna protect themselves good enough.
Protect.
Lobster protect.
Lobster protect.
She not attack because she doesn't want to, but
Facebook does that for personal profiles, even lockdown. Facebook still says your info. You got to be careful. Yeah, I mean, there was that whole Cambridge Analytica stuff, wasn't there, where Facebook was selling people's info and whatever else. Well, I don't know if they were selling info. I think they were giving people access to info when they weren't aware of the access, but
scary.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Really weird adventure streaming. It's
I think because you put so much of yourself out on the internet that it sounds awful, but it's almost like you should expect some level of trolls or people being weird and stuff, and it's almost like just preparing yourself for it.
I think that's where I went wrong. I was like, oh, it's going to be all sunshine and daisies, and I was really excited about everything. I think that's the mistake that I made, is being too excited about streaming in the beginning, and then thinking that everybody will be fine with me, everything will be fine, and then I had the stalker, the DDoSing, I had another stalker, somebody actually in work, so I don't know if I've told you some of the story, don't you? So, in work, I trained this guy. I'm not going to say any names or anything. I'm not going to say where I worked. He basically, I would say it was sexual harassment. So he would like put his hands on me, and I told him not to, and he wouldn't stop. He didn't listen, and it was really weird. He was making me feel uncomfortable. He asked me if I wanted kids at some point. And then, so I spoke to my manager and stuff, and I didn't work with him anymore. He found all of my streaming social media. He messaged me on everything. He used to come into my stream. It's really weird, guys. So
I remember you were saying that really you would be like explaining stuff to him at work, and he literally just do this. He'd just like put his hand on her arm and stuff, and it's like and like forcibly hug me and stuff. And people are really weird, guys. So streaming is not all like sunshine and daisies. Things can happen. People like you meet in like maybe where you work or stuff, they can find your social media and get really weird as well. So I think that's another thing you should keep yourself safe from, is you could maybe tell people that you do certain stuff and maybe not tell them the details because they can be weird. Like I think it's important with streaming and stuff to almost like be careful of who you tell that you actually do it.
Yeah.
Because you could totally post out on your personal Facebook profile, I'm a streamer, I do
like
this.
You did the other
Everyone
day.
go and watch. But
that was an accident.
there'll be some people that would just think it's a joke or try and ruin it for you, or there'll be some people that were, I don't know.
They'll forget about boundaries.
Yeah.
There's a line and overstep that line quite often, and I don't think they know like where to stop. And they think it's okay because they think it's funny, and it's like, no, no, I'm still a person. Do you not know that you're overstepping the line? But yeah, I don't know. People don't understand what boundaries are, I don't think. In like with streaming and with people knowing you in real life and then coming into your stream and then overstepping those boundaries as well because they know you personally, like, no, we have to follow the rules like everybody else. Yeah. I'm kind of running on
the other thing you've got to be really careful of if you tell IRL friends and family that you stream is to make sure they're aware that they can't go into the stream and start chucking personal details in there. The worst ever feeling is if like a friend pops in the stream and they're like, oh, do you remember when we went to this school? Or do you remember when we went out to this place? And it's like, no, you got to be so careful. So for the longest time, I chose to not tell friends that I streamed. I went over 2 years without any of my friends knowing that I streamed. Apart from maybe 1 or 2 at the most. Probably because I started the streaming with them. But I guess I was always just worried that one of them would pop in the stream and say something and
give away your location, or I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. Kind of strange. I think that's the thing that I made a mistake with, is always telling people in work what I did as well as a side thing. Like somebody that worked on customer service thought that I didn't stream games. She thought I was a cam streamer. And then she told everybody on the shop floor that I was a cam streamer. I was like, no. I was like, oh my god, please no.
I had a similar thing at work where one of my colleagues was like, oh yeah, one of my friends used to do that on cam and used to make quite a lot of money. I was like, whoa.
That's not the same thing.
I was like, I play video games. I don't know what your friend was doing, but I play video games.
It's not the same thing. I can't. And then you get people asking you questions, and you're like, no, it's really awkward. No, I don't do that. No, no.
It's like trying to explain streaming to your family, and like, you're like, yeah, I'm a streamer. They're like, okay, so what do you do? I sit here and I chat and I play video games and stuff. And they're like, okay, and you make money out of that. I was like, yeah. And they're like, but why do people give you money?
Yeah.
And then they're like, do they have to pay to watch? And it's like, no, it's free to watch. They can choose if they want to give money. It's like, but why would they choose to give you money?
I still don't understand that. I still don't understand why people give us money, to be honest. I'm like, I don't really know.
When they put it that way, you're like, actually, I don't know. Like,
I don't know why people.
When they word it that way, it's like, yeah, I don't know why people are giving us money to do this stuff, but I really appreciate it. But yeah, it's I
think my parents are actually really, really lovely about it, and
they watch your streams all the time.
Yeah, so once I explained it and they understood what it was and stuff, they were actually really supportive. And
your dad streams now?
Yeah, my dad actually streams on Twitch now as well. Yeah, they were just so amazing and so supportive, and they would just be so happy for anything that I did with streaming, and it was really exciting. And they're just so nice. They were just so lovely about it.
My parents still aren't at that point. None of my family watches my streams.
They ask you about it, which is really sweet.
They ask me
don't
about
understand
it. Yeah.
But
Even my nan, bless her, she asks me about my streams.
That's super cute.
And then
That's
she
so
asks
cute.
you about yours now as well.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, they're just really nice. I love how they don't understand how it works, but they still ask you about it, and they're still like, how's streaming going? I think they ask it every time we see them.
Well, both of my brothers have popped into the stream and used their Twitch Prime subs with me as well, which I thought was really cool.
That's so
Considering
cute.
they don't even watch the streams, but they not only did they do that, but then they both messaged me and asked me if it auto renews or if they had to keep popping in each month to do it.
I think it's super cute.
And then my younger brother was like, does it cost me anything? I was like, no, it's free with your Prime sub. And he's like, oh, what do you get out of it? And I told him that I get a little bit out of it. And he's like, oh, okay, done.
And then he subbed you, yeah.
My brother's funny. Like, the messages he puts are just like thumbs up emoji. That's like the main message he does. That's
how, like, we went around to your parents the other day and your mum got really excited about the emojis, and it was the cutest thing ever. She got really excited that she was sending emojis, and she got my mobile number, and then she was excited because I sent her an emoji. It was so cute.
Oh my god. And she's like, you know what, Sam, I'm not going to need to message you anymore because I just messaged Steph. It's like, cheers, mum.
Sam was like, oh, thanks.
Yes, cheers, mum. She's like, I don't need to talk to you anymore. I've got Steph's number now.
Sorry, Sam. Sorry.
It's fine. I see how it is. It's fine. But yeah, my mum's funny. She's not good with tech. She's just discovering emojis.
It's so cute.
Let me go through some of the recent messages that I've had from her, okay? And I'll give you a list of the emojis that she sent.
The most wholesome thing ever, and she got really cute that she sent like a wine glass and a smiley face, and I'm like, oh my god, this is like the cutest thing ever.
So for my nan's birthday, she tried to send a little present and couldn't find it, so I showed her, and she sent me a little present. She sent smiley face, thumbs up, smiley face, thumbs up, smiley face, thumbs up, smiley face, thumbs up. She's got a running theme here. Smiley face. You can see this is where she didn't have the thumbs up. Oh no, smiley face, thumbs up, smiley face, thumbs up, smiley face, thumbs up, smiley face, thumbs up. It's like her signature. Smiley face, a little glass of wine.
It's or like a
martini glass. Oh. She discovered that one. Smiley face, thumbs up. Smiley face, thumbs up. Smiley face, smiley face. Smiley face, thumbs up. Smiley face, thumbs up. Smiley face, smiley face.
Look, she's got some different ones.
So for Easter, she put Sam and Steph, happy Easter, have a lovely day. Smiley face, candy, cake, cookie. Smiley face, thumbs up.
So cute.
Smiley face, thumbs up.
It's so wholesome.
Smiley face, thumbs up. Literally, nearly every message is just smiley face, thumbs up. It's no! Oh, here we go. She did smiley face, beer, smiley face when she was saying thank you for a bracelet. I got like a charm for a bracelet, and she did smiley face, pint of beer, smiley face.
That was before lockdown, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know why she's done a pint of beer in that one, but she probably just discovered it and was like, that looks kind of cool, and just did it.
Maybe she was drinking beer and she was like, I'm just going to put a beer glass in. That's super sweet, though.
We showed her at the weekend how to search for emojis, and she's gone wild now. So she, my brother had a blood test recently, because my brother had testicular cancer.
No.
And he has to have these like checkups. So he's been cancer free for about 3 years now. And he has to have these like checkups initially they were every month, but now I think they're every 6 months, because he's been clear for so long. He had a blood test, and they got his results. So my mum sent him a message about his blood works, because she's discovering new emojis.
You told her though.
I may have told her this emoji exists. She did a little syringe emoji with blood dripping out of it and sent it to my little brother.
So I was like, why do you send this? And she sent it, we're like, oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, so I told her how to search for emojis. I said there is a syringe one.
She sent
I didn't think she would send it to my little brother. He just got his blood test results, so she sent him a little syringe.
I think the cutest thing was when she said she was just practicing her emoji thing, and your brother went, oh, good job.
Yeah, she sent my brother like 5 emojis. She did like a face of heart eyes and loads of smiley faces and stuff. Sent it to my brother, and sent another message to him saying, I'm just practicing my emojis.
He was like, good job.
So my brother so being old monotone brother.
He's like Sheldon.
He is like Sheldon Cooper, Big Bang Theory. He literally just sent a message back that just said, okay, good job.
I thought that was really cute.
It was pretty funny. But I've got a weird family, but they're lovely.
I think they're really nice. Yeah, they're really lovely, yeah.
It's funny as well that my nan is like so tech savvy.
She's so adorable though.
She's got an iPad. She's got an Amazon Fire tablet. She's got an Android smartphone. She's got like a smartwatch as well, like a fitness band, so she tracks all her steps and stuff. She's
really cute.
She's got a laptop at home as well, and Yeah, she's got a wireless printer. She can take pictures on her iPad and print them wirelessly, and yeah, she's like really tech savvy. I've been training her up well on the tech stuff.
She's not like her age at all. She looks and acts like 30 years younger than she actually is. It's crazy.
So my nan's going to be 80 in 3 years. So she's nearly 80 years old.
Acts like she's like 50. Crazy.
Yeah, she's really tech savvy, and she loves her gardening and playing bowls and line dancing and going out and about all the time. And
she likes watching Naked Attraction.
So we discovered this recently. Okay, so my nan's actually quite funny, and she'll like jump in conversations with like really funny, inappropriate comments and stuff. So she watches things like
Naked Attraction.
Naked Attraction, which, if you don't know what this is, it's a UK TV show where they get these people and they're all naked, and they basically choose if they want to like date someone based on their
So they're behind
body.
a screen and they lift up.
So like each round, the screen lifts up a bit higher and shows more and more of this naked body.
He watches that.
My nan, nearly 80-year-old nan, watches this and finds it hilarious.
Your face is so funny. We're like, wait, what?
Like, she was telling us all about it, and we were like, it popped up on our TV, and we couldn't change the channel quickly.
Someone's like,
well, yeah, you just load up the channel, and there's like 2 people stood in the middle of the screen completely naked. It's like,
I won't lie, when I watched it last week, I kind of enjoyed watching it. I don't know why. I don't know.
Am I the only one that doesn't watch this show?
I think it's kind of funny. I think it's good. Not like, I think it's the way they are with each other at the end, and like, you're in the show, it's funny. They're like, they have a sense of humor.
Do you know what I love about my nan as well? She goes to like bowls and stuff. Obviously not at the moment, but she goes to bowls, which is where loads of like elderly people get the bowl and ball things and like roll them down and try and get them close to the one at the end. And she loves to watch Mrs. Brown's Boys and stuff like that.
My nan used to like that too.
And she said that she could hear people at bowls saying, "Oh, it's such an inappropriate show. Oh, it's awful. Who would watch such a disgusting thing?" And my nan's just sat there laughing her head off, like, "I watch it."
Little do they know that she watches Naked Attraction.
She's so funny, honestly. Someone asked Lobs how she met Smilar. Well, I met him on Naked Attraction. Wow. Do you know what?
Imagine trying to explain that to somebody.
I think we should do questions from the chat.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Should we do some questions from the chat? If you've got any questions for primarily Lobster, but also maybe myself as well, mainly Lobster because she's the guest on the show, then go for it right now. Let's see the questions. I want to see any questions that you've got.
Literally anything, as long as it's not really inappropriate. But
I mean, like Spoons is one. If you want to know how we actually met, we met on Mixer.
I randomly found Sam when he was playing Fortnite and slid into his DMs.
this is a true story?
Yeah.
True story, yeah?
Yeah.
Then we met at Insomnia, and then shortly after that we went on a few dates and
I think
back and forth for a long time, like 6 hours each way travelling, or 7.5 on the train.
I think the story of when we met is cute though.
Insomnia.
When we spent like the whole weekend together, and I think I got there a little bit later though, and then we met each other in a sports bar, like I think it was like 1 a.m. because me and Lisa had no idea where we were going. We got lost, and then Sam was like, "Are you okay?" Yeah, we're fine. We got lost, and then we found our hotel eventually because I didn't know there was like a tram system in Birmingham. I had no idea. I had never even seen like a tram, and then we eventually got to the bar, and then I saw Sam from across the room, and then he looked at me and like put his arms out for a hug, and I ran across and gave him a hug. And then when everybody left, because everybody was very drunk, we finally got back to our hotels, and then me and Sam were messaging each other until like 4 in the morning. And then
we were out quite late.
At the end of it, so when me and Sam were talking in DMs and stuff, we had promised each other that we wanted to kiss at the end of it, or at some point in the middle of it. Because there were people everywhere, it felt awkward if we wanted to, say goodbye and kiss because there were people there. So we all left and we said goodbye, and then I went to go and catch a train, and then Sam was going to his car, and then I got on my phone and phoned him, and We both ran back to kiss each other when nobody was there
Literally,
before we left.
she called me on the phone.
Have you forgotten something?
That's how smooth she is. She called me on the phone and she was like, have you forgotten something?
So he ran back and kissed me. I thought it was kind of cute.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of cute.
It literally, it was like a movie, yeah. It literally was like a movie.
It was really sweet.
It's very memorable. What else have we got as well? How many unicorns have you tamed?
Too many.
Okay, that was a nice, easy, quick one. What got you into streaming? I think we kind of touched on that at the start of the stream, didn't we? But
yeah. Short recap. My nan passed away. I got really depressed. Streaming saved me. And I'm here today.
you got Lockie, can I have £1 million since you're loaded?
Yes.
Aries, can I be mod?
No.
When are you going to teach Lobster to drive?
Okay, so I'm actually saving up some money to have some driving lessons, but I don't think Sam's comfortable with teaching me how to drive, and I'm perfectly fine with that because I know I'm really clumsy and I can't concentrate on stuff. So
it's more that when you start your driving lessons with an instructor, they're dual pedals. They can stop the car and stuff if you do something wrong.
Sounds like no, Lobster. No, there's a wall there, Lobster.
Like, if she loses what pedal she's on and she accelerates towards a wall, I don't have a brake to stop her on my side of the car.
Probably happen, and I think Sam knows that as well.
So it's more just for that, yeah.
I'm working on it. I'm working on saving towards driving lessons.
We've also got, what did you want to be when you were a kid?
I actually wanted to be an archaeologist. So I'm big into archaeology programs, history programs.
Like Nicolas Cage.
Gonna steal the Declaration of Independence. But yeah, I really like archaeology stuff, and I don't know if everybody knows that. But I've always wanted to do stuff like that, and I never got like good grades in school, and there weren't many opportunities in Wales, so I didn't go for that in the end. But you never know.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day I'll be an archaeologist.
All you've got to do is steal the Declaration of Independence, like Nick Cage.
Steal the Declaration of Independence.
So, Vold Vagina says, why do you have a problem with my name, Lobster?
I can't say it. I can't. I know what you mean. I don't have a problem with Vold Vagina.
Well, you don't have a problem with what?
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it again. Nope.
Blade says, when do you two cute kids plan on getting married? You two are incredible together.
We've only been living together for like a short time, so
we don't want to rush into anything.
We both agreed like you need to live with somebody for a little bit first to know how they are and how you are together and stuff. So
to make sure she can put up with me.
No, it's the other way around.
Can I do a question for both of you? You can, Dom, now, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you buy me V-Bucks?
No.
What was Smilar's pickup line? I didn't have one, Spoon. She messaged me first.
I slid into his DM, Spoons. I'm sorry.
Mixer did great job. You guys met there, and I met my boyfriend there. Another one stream. Now your fiance. See, that's amazing.
That's so cute.
Have you ever been bullied at school? And if so, was he built fat, skinny, or average? Wait, I'm guessing, is this with both of us? Because I have. I don't know if you have.
So, my entire time at school was me being bullied. So I have a scar on my arm. I didn't feel like I fit in, and there was some really weird comments that I got from the popular girls in school. And they wouldn't come near me. They wouldn't touch me because they thought it was disgusting, and they thought it was some sort of disease that I had. But it's literally just like a scar that I've got from a really bad burn. So, I always got bullied for that, and it was honestly terrible, and people just didn't want to be near me because it looked different, and they didn't want to touch me, didn't want to have like anything to do with me. So I don't think I spent that much time in school because I was like in and out of hospital, but I think high school was the worst for that. I think people are unforgiving, and I think they can be really nasty, especially if you're female, and they can be very, very, I don't know, personal. It was horrible.
Kids are cruel.
Yeah,
I think that's the easiest way of putting it.
Yeah.
Kids are cruel.
Definitely, yeah. So,
yeah, I always felt when I was growing up that I didn't really fit into any specific friend group thing.
Kind of like Mean Girls. The film Mean Girls. Have you seen that? Where she doesn't really feel like she fits in anywhere. It's kind of like that.
Yeah, I just didn't really fit in anywhere. I guess I was an easy target.
Awesome.
But yeah, school was
terrible.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, it was kind of rubbish. Yeah. I was glad to be out of school, to be honest, and I think I had a bit of a purge on my old friends list on Facebook after that. I think I cleared off like 200 odd people.
I don't blame you, to
which,
be honest.
was pretty much like at 2/3 of the year group at school. We had like 300 in the year. There's like 2/3 of them just.
You had 300. We had like 30.
Oh no, we
30 or 40.
There was like 30 per class, and there were
Welcome to Wales.
10 classes in a year.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
We only had like one year that had like 30 or 40 people in it. It's the difference between Wales and England.
Oh, we had another one. Are you and Steph planning on going to gaming conventions when stuff gets back to normal? Of course.
Maybe
when it gets back to normal, anyway.
When they come out with a vaccine.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Now, what's interesting, I don't know if any of you saw today, but there is some promising news from Oxford about a vaccine being developed. Apparently, it so far looks like it's working.
That's really good news.
Fingers crossed all the rest of the testing stuff goes well, but if I remember rightly, it was saying something like it's been the most successful one that they've trialled so far.
That's going to be really exciting, though.
I wonder if it's made it in the news. Oh yeah, there you go. Oxford vaccine triggers immune response. A coronavirus vaccine developed by the University of Oxford appears safe and triggers an immune response. Trials involving over 1,000 people showed the injection led to them making antibody T cells that can fight the virus.
That's really cool.
So, yeah, it says the findings are hugely promising, but it's still too soon to know if this is enough to offer protection. So they're doing larger trials now to see if it's actually going to work or not.
That's really exciting, though, because I didn't think they'd come out with anything before like the end of next year.
Well, they were worried that if it was too similar to the flu, that they wouldn't be able to do a vaccine for it. Like, there is a flu vaccine, but
you have to get it like
can't
every
stop
year.
it. It just reduces like the... Yeah, and you have to have it every year. You don't build up immunity to it.
Because if it mutates and it's not the same strain, then it's going to be kind of crazy, but hopefully that doesn't happen.
So fingers crossed, then yeah, we will be able to get back to events and stuff if that stuff actually works. Do you guys honestly think I'm a genie?
Yes.
Aw, thank you, Locke.
You guys are so lovely, thank you.
What memorable time you both had? What is a memorable time you both had together?
There's been so many of them.
Gamescom Germany?
I know. The moment that I can't forget about and like keep thinking about and is the most memorable for me is when we got invited to like a private underground bar in Gamescom in Germany, and all the mixer streamers were there, which is really lovely. And it was a free bar, people were passing us drinks, I got very drunk, and then in the middle of everybody drinking, everybody shouting, Sam buys me a bunch of roses and gives me roses in the middle of like this underground bar with everybody drunk and everything. It was like the cutest thing ever.
I think somehow I managed to buy all of the roses, and then some other people were taking some as well.
They stole them from me, guys. They stole them.
I didn't even realise that I bought that many. I was gonna like buy a handful, but then they just given me all of them, and I was like, oh, okay, I just bought all of them. Okay.
That was really sweet. What's your most memorable moment?
I'd say either at Gamescom doing the stream for
the
2K in the rooms next to each other.
That was cute.
Or probably Natural History Museum.
That was so nice.
So one of our first dates. Was it the first date in London? I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The first date we went on in London together. Went to the Natural History Museum.
We were laughing at the
places.
stuffed animals that looked really derpy.
Oh, it was really cool though. It was really
funny.
Nice, yeah.
And then we had cake, and it was like the most perfect thing ever. It was so nice.
Can they make a cure for bald hair? Not sure we can help you with that one.
Maybe
thank
someday.
you for the bits as well.
Yeah, it was like an
Spots
like an
kicking in, I love it.
underground bar. It was really weird, and it was an open bar, so everything was free.
Not a question, just really glad that Sassy introduced me to you both. You're both amazing, loving being in your streams. You both are amazing, love the walks you did live. Thank you so much, Switz. I want to do
Thank
more of
you.
those as well. I feel like now I've freed up my schedule a little bit more, I could probably fit in more of those, because I want to do more of that anyway, but obviously I can take you. Okay. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, that would be really nice.
Yeah.
You should get one of those GoPro things so you can attach it to your head and stream from that.
One right here that attaches to your head. And
Can you stream from that?
you mean
though?
this GoPro right here with the head mount?
Can you stream with that?
I don't know. Because you could stream it to the phone screen, but I don't know if you can... Yeah, this is my little
keep the phone
GoPro.
in your pocket.
I used to do little IRL stuff, videos, playing like football and going out for
That's
walks and
so
stuff wearing this.
cool.
I've also got like a chest mount where you can mount it on here as well. But yeah, I've got a GoPro. Look at doing that at some point.
That would
That'd
be really cool.
Yeah, get stream
Yeah.
off GoPro. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Definitely a black market bar. I don't know what it's called. It was basically a random game developer.
I don't know how
It
we
was
got
like a
into
game development
that.
company invited us to it. It was a free bar, so we had a lot of drinks. But you don't remember it, do you?
I remember some of it.
She remembers bits of it. Do you remember how we got back to the hotel?
Yeah, you ordered the taxi,
You
helped us back, and the driver was everywhere, and I felt like we're a bit.
do you remember that you just kept having laughing fit?
No.
You were laughing like the whole night.
I remember I was laughing with Older because we had Snapchat
Yeah.
filters on, and then.
But then you started laughing at each other, then laughing at each other's laughs. And...
Cassie's laugh was really funny, and then I laughed, and then she started laughing at my laugh, and then I was laughing at her laugh, and it was like this circle of never-ending giggles, and it was a really good night.
We might have to do that. Sight and Speed said in the chat about attaching the GoPro to a dog.
It
We could do Holly Cam.
would be an excuse to get a dog. Hey landlord,
Hey,
we want to
landlord, can we have a
getting
dog,
Can we have a
please?
dog? So our landlord won't.
Well,
Well, they said we couldn't have pets, but me and Sam really, really want a dog. We want to adopt one from a shelter, and I don't know if it'd be allowed here or not. I'll ask him. See what he says.
I mean, it won't hurt, will it, to ask and just say, "We allowed a dog?" Or
Oh, we could attach the camera to my sister's Riley.
I don't know how good the image stabilization is, but Riley's just constantly like this all the
He's just
time.
like this.
He's like, "Oh my god! Oh my god! People are here!" He's like the most excitable dog I've ever seen.
We'll have another one. Funniest gaming moment for both of us. What's your funniest one? You go first.
Funniest gaming moment? What, as in on stream or? I guess it would be
anything.
on stream, yeah. I don't know.
Maybe top
Oh,
three.
I guess not funniest gaming moment, but in terms of funniest streaming moment, it would be when I had the power cut and I streamed in the dark on my phone.
I remember that.
I don't know how many of you remember that stream. Basically, the power went out at my parents' place. No power whatsoever. Internet went and everything. So I literally got a torch, which was the little Mario cube just up here on the shelf. This here. So we used that as a light because it's battery, and then I streamed off my phone over 4G.
But it wasn't the wanky talk.
Oh, I gotta tell him what that is now.
You're welcome, Sam.
So my parents have a rechargeable torch, okay? So it's one of these torches that has like the coil and the magnet inside, and you have to shake the torch to charge it.
It's a
okay?
wanky torch.
So when you shake it, it makes the magnet go up and down, and it charges the torch. Now, it means that when you want to charge the torch, you literally have to shake it like that. So basically, my parents dubbed it the wanky torch because the action you need to do to charge the torch.
I think it's really
the
funny.
reason they got it is they were like, oh, what if we have a power cut and we don't have any batteries for the torch?
I blame Sam's parents.
My dad was like, oh, well, I'll just get a torch that you can recharge. And rather than getting one with a little handle that you wind on the side of it, they got one that you have to shake to charge it.
The wanky torch?
It's literally like a shake weight, but it's a torch. But we found out when we went over there at the weekend that they've chucked it away now, so
Poor torch.
they ain't got it anymore. Yeah.
I love how he told you the story about that though.
Yeah.
I can't remember what my funniest gaming or streaming moment. I think one of the ones had to be when I was playing Dead Rising with Lisa. She ran me over in a golf cart, sprayed me with ketchup and mustard, and didn't revive me.
Lisa! She's in the chat right now as well.
Yeah. And then I think the second one had to be when I blew Fifth up in when he was in a jet and I had my eyes closed and I blew him up with a rocket
I remember
launcher.
that clip on GTA.
That was so funny. That was really funny. I think those are my best 2 moments. That's just so funny.
I don't think I've had many good moments in games where I've done something really ridiculously good. It doesn't really happen that much for me. I usually just make myself look like an idiot.
I think whacking your elbow was one of them. When
where you had the voice mod on. I sounded like a minion screaming.
Sounded a little bit like a seagull. Oh, yeah, I think that was the funniest thing, when Lisa was literally just running me over with a golf cart when I was already dead on the floor, and then she was spraying me with like ketchup and mustard. So
I remember when Lobs fell off her chair.
that was an accident.
Did you fall off your chair?
That was an accident. I was trying to do the you know the thing where you sat on your chair and it looked like you were really small?
Yeah.
I tried to do that and I fell off my chair.
Got any more questions? Let's have a look. When you blew us up in a helicopter and blew yourself up on a trike, it's only a little bit on fire.
I played was it Warzone? No. What was it that I played with you, Lisa? And I think it was Battle Royale. And then I was like, oh yeah, I can fly a helicopter, and I went wrong, and then we blew up and died, and then Lisa got killed. I was left on one of those quads. My quad is on fire. I thought it'd be a good idea to drive into your fence because it was only a little bit on fire, and then I blew myself up and
only
died.
a little bit.
It was only a little bit on fire.
So what game did you two enjoy that got you into gaming?
That was a really long time ago.
During the war.
84 years ago.
So my first games console was the Sega Mega Drive. And it was the Disney games that were on that, where they had like The Lion King and Aladdin and stuff like that. They were so good, and like the Mickey Mouse games, they were amazing.
Yeah, I never played those.
They were so much fun. And then I got a PlayStation 1 and got things like Rayman and Tekken and stuff like that, and they were amazing. I showed you the other day. I still got the Rayman disc, haven't I?
Ah,
From
yeah.
the PlayStation 1, I've still got the Rayman disc.
I think the thing that got me into gaming was my dad used to play Abe's Odyssey all the time on PC.
Hello.
And then
Hi.
when he got home...
Follow me.
Okay. And then when he got home from work, as soon as we heard the startup music, we'd all like run into his like office and then sit next to him on the computer and watch him play Abe's Odyssey for like hours and hours, and it was just the best
About
thing.
Earthworm Jim. Did he ever play that?
What's that?
Earthworm Jim. Okay, someone in chat must know Earthworm Jim.
What's that?
Rayman was amazing though. Do you remember the music level on Rayman?
That was terrible. That was terrible.
Earthworm Jim was basically an earthworm that found some spacesuit and would run around, and you could like swing on stuff with a worm and whatever.
Why do I recognise that?
Let me show you.
Why does it sound familiar?
Let me show you. You might recognise it when I show you.
I did like I can't remember what the game was.
Did you recognise him?
No, what is that?
Earthworm Jim.
Why does he look really weird?
It's a earthworm in a spacesuit. This is what the game used to look like.
I don't remember that.
No?
No, that looks really weird. He doesn't look like a worm. Why has he got arms?
A spacesuit. See, look, he's literally just a worm in a spacesuit.
I love how his head sticks up and he's got like arms and legs that work. I'm so confused.
I think it's just a body that the worm.
That looks really freaky. I think that would have given me nightmares if I played that as a kid.
Wait, really?
I don't know. It looks really weird.
A classic game.
It looks really weird.
You play old school Mario? I was more old school than that. My grandparents had a original Game Boy, and they used to play Tetris on it because that was the only game they had for it.
That's so cool.
It can't do anymore because copyright. Someone must own that song.
Do you remember the game called Hogs of War?
Hogs of War? No.
It was like it was kind of like Worms, but you were like.
Oh, I think you told me about this one before.
Yeah, you were like little pigs, and then you'd like attack each other. It's basically like a turn-based game, like Worms.
Born to Grill.
It was really funny, but I think for the time that it came out, if you played it now, it'd be very inappropriate.
There it is, right there. Born to Grill. But
that was one of the games that I played as a kid as well, and it was amazing. It was so good. I wouldn't play it or stream it now because I'd probably get banned off Twitch because it's very inappropriate.
Is it that bad?
Yeah.
For a PlayStation 1 game, is that bad?
Yeah, there were some inappropriate things and it wasn't these are like, I don't know. It was, yeah, it's very controversial now. I don't think I'd stream that now, to be honest.
Hogs of War reheat?
Wait, there's a new one. I hope that's real. I hope it is, because that was such a good game.
Reheated.
Have you heard of a game called Black and White? It was like a yin-yang based game. And you'd be in charge of a little village, and then you were acting like a god, and you'd have to choose good or bad, yin or yang. And the things that you do to the village would reflect how good they do and how good they take over like other villages. It was really cool. It was a really good game.
You can actually get Hogs of War on Steam for £3.99.
I don't know if I'd stream it. I don't know. Nah.
Oh, let me pause this music there.
Nah. I guess it was the things that were said in it that was inappropriate and not the gameplay. I don't think I'd stream it again because I don't agree with the things that were said on it. I didn't realise they were really bad because I was really young when I played it, but I don't know.
I don't think if that game ever finished, it looks like they were doing a trailer for it and artwork, but they never actually finished it.
Oh no!
They never finished it.
Oh no! Who's my best friend? Wait, but wouldn't that be Sam? Sorry.
Wait, who did Joker think it was him?
But isn't it Sam? But if I couldn't choose Sam, could I choose you?
I got a good question for you two. What do you think of that new game, Gamer Girl?
I don't know. I wouldn't really want to play that, to be honest. I've had enough of people being weird to me on stream, and I don't want to relive the same stuff again, to be honest.
They shouldn't be normalising behaviour like that.
They shouldn't have made a game out of it.
It's a weird idea for a game.
Who thought it was a good idea to make a game about females having trouble on social media and streaming? Like, I don't think that's a good idea. Like, I understand if they want to bring, like, the word for it,
awareness?
Yeah, if they want to bring awareness to it, they could do it in a better way rather than making a game and...
Yeah, there's so many things they could have done.
Treating it like entertainment when it's actual people going through that? Yeah, raising awareness, they could do it in a different way though, I think.
Yeah. Like...
Not through a game that could be used for entertainment purposes and to laugh at, because I don't think that's right. I don't know.
No, it's very controversial. I think they kind of realise that it's a bit of a stupid idea for a game.
I mean, I'm female and I wouldn't want to play that. And I got tagged in it. I can't remember who tagged me in it. And it was really lovely that they thought of me to tag me in it because, I don't know, somebody might like that game, but I think it's inappropriate. I think it's highly inappropriate. I don't know. After going through that stalker stuff, I don't wanna deal with that again in the game. That's not fun.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, I agree. It's a bit too much. Yeah, definitely. It's kind of strange. I don't know why somebody made a game out of that because it's not a game. People's lives. What do you think about it? I guess maybe... I don't know if you see it differently because...
I think it's stupid.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it should even exist. Like...
Yeah, I agree.
There's if they did it to raise awareness, there's better ways of doing it. If they did it to make harassment to female streamers entertaining, then it's disgusting. There's not really any good way of looking at it. Like, you can't even positively look at it and say, oh yeah, it's good because they're raising awareness. They could have raised awareness in different ways to making a game that normalizes it. Like,
but at the same time, with the gamer girl stuff, yeah, do they not realize that like males go through the same stuff as well? Like, why does it have to be like gamer girls? Do they not realize that men also go through harassment, sexual harassment? They go through all sorts as well. So why is it just about females? And yeah, why does it even exist?
I wonder if it would get released.
I don't know. What do you think?
I think with the backlash, I'm not sure they'll release it now.
Yeah.
It's going to turn out like Brime.
Oh.
I'm sorry, did I just say that? Sorry, Brime. I got your contract proposal, but I'm not going to be signing it. I'm sorry.
Are you going to sign up for the beta tester? Is it beta testing?
Alpha testing.
Alpha testing.
Who's going to sign up for alpha testing for something that doesn't even have a website? It's basically, here's a form, give me your details. We ain't got anything to show you yet, but just give me your details anyway.
I don't want to give my personal details to somebody over the internet.
And it could just be Bob from down the road that you're giving the details to. Like,
I don't want to give my details to a stranger on the internet. Like,
what's he going to do with those details? There's no platform. Is he going to add you onto a MailChimp mailing list where he just sends you weekly newsletters of, sorry, we've still got no updates, there's no platform because nobody wants to work for free for us. So, you know, we're just going to carry on. We'll give you a new update next week, okay?
I just want to say, like, if they can't even answer questions properly, how can you trust them with your details? So that's not okay, but really violent games are fine. That's not the issue, Glenn. The issue is, being a female streamer is a lot of hard work. You get a lot of harassment, abuse. If you've already been through that, why would you want to go through that again in a game? Why would people want entertainment out of that? Why do they think it's like appropriate to be a game and for people to play that when it's a serious issue that people need to speak about, not to make a game out of? Like, I find it really frustrating that people are like, oh yeah, you can play a violent game, people have been through violent things before, but why would you want to go through that again? Why is it built for like entertainment purposes when they could use the excuse of, yeah, we're bringing like awareness to it? It's not. They wouldn't have made it into a game if they were doing that. I think it's terrible. I think it's a terrible idea. It's absolutely disgusting in my opinion. I really don't like it. I understand that like people have different opinions about it, but at the same time, you have no idea if you haven't gone through that stuff yourself. You do not want to relive that stuff.
I think Bam's right that the timing's bad with everything that's been going on with all these sexual harassment things being called out and stuff.
It feels like they've used that to their advantage, and that's just disgusting. Like, I don't understand. I really don't understand. It really, really, really upsets me. I have very strong opinions about that.
I think it's difficult to compare it to violent games as well, because you can't really compare a game like, say, Call of Duty
to sexual harassment. You can't do that. You can't be like, oh, you can be violent to people and blah blah in a game, but this is a real issue. Like, sexual harassment isn't something that can be made into entertainment. Like, you can't do that. It's terrible. It's really, really bad. I totally disagree with the game completely.
Like, just because it happens, it doesn't mean that you should make a game about it. Like, sure, like wars happen, and say like GTA, all the violent stuff that happens in that game, it happens in real life. But I feel like it's difficult to compare it to something like Gamer Girl, because
it's specifically targeted at females. It's specifically targeted towards the stuff that happens to them. I also don't agree that it also happens to males, and they haven't mentioned any of that either. But no, I don't agree with any of it. It's terrible.
Exactly, Bam. Yeah, there's still people coming out with stories now, and they've almost taken it as an opportunity to be like, you know what, we made a game about it, so if you want to know more about it, you can play it. And it's like,
no. Definitely. Yeah, this is really, really bad. I just think it's terrible. I think it's a terrible idea, and yeah, I don't know. I think you have a different point of view and you feel more strongly about it if you've gone through that stuff yourself. I think that's why it upsets me so much, because people are making it seem like it's something that you can enjoy, that you can play, and it could be entertaining, but it's not entertaining for the person on the other side of the screen. Like, it happens in real life. You could bring awareness in different ways rather than making a game about it. Definitely.
Apparently, assaulting the gamer girl is an end game option too. Why is it's disgusting?
That's disgusting. It's just the whole thing's gone too far. It's terrible.
Yeah, I don't like stuff like that.
It's ridiculous how, like, somebody even had the idea of doing that, like making a game about somebody being harassed, and it's really strange. I don't understand, like, how people think it's okay. I just find it really, really strange.
I'm just having a look at who we could go see. I think we're near the end now, aren't we?
Yeah.
I think we're pretty much near the end. We've been on for over 2 hours now.
We've ranted for like...
We have been ranting for about 2 hours. Yeah, I want to keep these a little bit shorter because I'm thinking like if they're a podcast format, then don't want like 3 hour podcasts, but some people might listen to them. The one I joke could turn out to be 3 hours, but I've had trouble downloading that one at the moment, so I'm gonna try and download that later. This one we've actually done differently. I just hit the record button in OBS at the same time, so it's been recording and streaming at the same time. So we'll probably get it uploaded to get the Joker one sorted out. And yeah, but no, thank you for chatting today.
Thank you for having me on. Thank you for listening to me ranting.
And thank you for all of you as well for being really chatty and stuff and asking questions. I'm sorry if we didn't address a lot of it at the start. It was
we were chatting and we kind of forgot about stuff.
Yeah, obviously it's more of like a podcast talk show format, so we can't obviously read and acknowledge and reply to everything, but we do see all the messages. Okay. Hi, cute noob. How are you? Former Mixer partner right there. Make sure you go follow. No, but I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.